Hey, what's up, guys? We're back live again, and now I've got Tiffany with me. Tiffany Ott, Techie Teacher, Mama Tiff, the one
Mhm.
and only.
The one and only.
Uh, and we just had an awesome Twitter chat. I mean, another awesome mastery chat. Melanie did a fantastic job, I think.
She really
Uh,
did.
she was excited. She's only done like one or two, maybe. This may have been one of her first ones, I think. But I thought she did awesome. She said she was like going crazy over there because it's so fast and stuff. But
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That sums it up right there. What Sam said.
Aw, Sam.
This was awesome. Ah,
he he took my job, Jeff.
he
I'm
did.
always
Thanks,
the one
Sam. You
that
say
says
you
this
saved
was awesome.
saved Tiffany from having to say anything. Now we're done. Let's go.
All right, peace
Susan
out.
pretty much said the same thing. Chat was amazing. Thank you, Susan. She's always in there. My whatever I got going on here is getting worse, so I apologize if I'm sniffing and stuff. But
Mm.
you know, anyway. So how you feeling, Tiff?
Awesome. Much better than you, Jeff. Much better than you. You just keep drinking your tea or whatever you
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
No, it is such an important topic that we talked about today, growth mindset, and it's a word that kind of gets thrown around a lot in education, especially in the last year. It has just kind of exploded on the educational scene. And I think we often use it sometimes without really understanding what it means or what the best way to promote it in our students is. And so I thought this was really good because it got perspective from a lot of different people. It got some ideas from a lot of different people and sharing some resources. I don't think I have ever shared so many links and articles and
Yeah, there's a
resources
lot.
in a Twitter chat. I was just like,
You,
oh, I just read that. I need to get
yeah,
that.
you
And
were
I need to
throwing them
put
out
that link
all over
in.
the place. Yeah.
I know, I was. Just because there is so much great stuff out there and there is a lot that offers a perspective that we might not think of when we just hear the word and have a basic understanding of growth mindset. So I just want people to have access to all those resources because there's great material out there. So it was just really cool. I was like, I know this, I can help you. I know this, I can help you. I love when that happens.
So I had Chad do this, but I'm gonna have you do it as well. Can you
Okay.
give us sort of the broad like what is growth mindset in education?
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, growth mindset is all about believing that you have an impact on your learning. Like at its very core, it's the fact that your learning does not depend on the people around you, the genetics that you were born with, what IQ you have. Your learning depends on the actions that you take. And that this is not a quick definition. I'm sorry. I can go on and on. But that you truly hold the reins when it comes to your learning. And in contrast, when we think about fixed mindset, it's that whole belief that this is who I am and this is what I know and that's all I can do. I think a lot of times we hear growth mindset discussed when we're talking about students who are perhaps struggling because they need to have that kind of that mindset that yes, I can do this and yes, I can put effort in and get it. But as a gifted intervention specialist, the students that I work with who are all very, very intelligent, like 95th percentile or higher, and they struggle so much with growth mindset. I live this every day of my teaching career because they simply like, as soon as something gets hard, they say, oh, I must not be as smart as everybody says I am. And they just shut down
Mm,
that way. So it's a really interesting topic for me.
very cool. Very
That was a
cool.
really long explanation of what growth
No,
mindset
it was
is. I'm
good. I
sorry.
didn't notice I didn't give you like a time constraint like I normally do. I just let you go with it. So no, that was good. And I touched on it with when I was live with Chad earlier about how I think about it that teachers have to have that and embrace that growth mindset as well. And Chad said, one of the best ways, teachers need to model it, but I think also like not just model it for the students, but teachers have to have that for themselves. Of
Absolutely.
and I think a lot might fall into that. I'm a teacher. I'm a good teacher, but I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm not gonna be anything more. I can't impact more than these kids, or I can't reach that kid because he
Right. Oh,
struggles. Like
yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
so it's a mindset not just that that student can do more than what someone labeled them as, but also that
Hmm.
you have the ability to impact that student and take them further than they thought they could and help them grow. And I think, and then our in our own personal just development, we have to have that mindset of I can do more than that. And if you
Right.
flip it to me, like, I always flip things to like the business stuff too. Like as a business, in my mind, that fixed mindset is the equivalent of, well, that's just how we've always done it.
Yep.
So that's how we do it, right? Well, that's just where we always hit. That's our goal that we always hit. So we're just never going to go more. It's the same type of thing. It doesn't work in business. Doesn't work for kids either. Like it's cool how it comes together. It can be put into
Yes.
any profession anywhere. So it was
Well,
a
I
really
think
cool
it's
topic.
I always think it's fascinating. Oh, thanks, Mallory. What did I hit the nail on the head with? My definition? I think
I
my
think so.
definition.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks, Mallory.
Maybe
Um,
she saw you working some carpentry. I don't know, or like something like.
that's it. You're right. All the carpentry I do. Um, oh shoot, what was I going to say? Oh,
Sorry.
I always think it's so neat when you take it to that business perspective because that's your experience, right? You're kind of like the entrepreneur guy and you have all of this business experience and you find again and again and again that the things we're talking about in education just directly parallel the things that you experience in business. And it's not like education is this crazy, unique, standalone thing that lives by its own rules. It's still a part of the basic ways that human beings function and interact with each other. And so I
Absolutely.
just love hearing when you have that kind of business perspective because I'm like, yeah, cool.
Well, good, because I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So
Yeah, I
you'll keep
know.
hearing that's good stuff. So,
Maybe
were
in
there
5 years it'll annoy me.
were there any answers, any tweets, any resources, anything that really stood out tonight to you that like just kind of like, I mean, I know the whole thing like jazzed you up and got you
I
excited, but
know,
anything
I
in
know.
particular that you can think of?
So I really got to nerd out for a hot second on Khan Academy. That
Okay.
was well, okay. No, so there were two things, right? The first one was right smack dab at the beginning when it was like, "What is your definition of growth mindset?" And somebody said, "It's what? Are you asking
Oh, I felt
who?
like I lost you. It could have been me. Could have been you. Sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
am I
It's
here?
what?
Okay.
You're here.
Um, it's not that students have different abilities to learn, but it's when you think about learning as a factor of time, right? So, how long will it take student A to understand this concept rather than do they get it, do they not get it? And so I got to like super geek out because I'm a huge fan of Benjamin Bloom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Bloom is like my guy. He's the mastery learning, founder, grandfather of mastery learning, if you say. And he talks all the time about this 2 sigma problem, right? And getting it's a whole statistical analysis of the bell curve and stuff. But he speaks again and again that anybody can learn. Anybody can learn. It's a matter of the time that they need to get to that place and the resources that they need to get there. So that was just super cool. I really enjoyed that. And then the second thing I nerded out about, and I got in this full side conversation that like I spent a good 10, 15 minutes of the chat nerding out about Khan Academy. But so Khan Academy has these really great growth mindset resources. And at the start of the year, I did a whole growth mindset unit that built with a grid, like a grid method grid on growth mindset with all these videos. And it was so cool. And then somebody made the comment of, oh, sometimes I flip my classroom with Khan Academy. And I was like, well, let me talk about that. Because, like flipped learning, mastery learning, Khan Academy, math, tech tools, like that's like my little haven. I love all that stuff. And so we were just talking about all the great data that it has and how it really lets kids see their own learning path and really come up against their challenges and their struggles and their failures and then have the tools they need to get through that. So I was just like a happy girl over here. I'm like, tech. I love it. Absolutely.
Oh, that was Sam, it sounds like. Well, good. I'm
Oh,
glad
was that
Sam
you,
got
Sam?
back.
Yes, yes.
Got back from his vacation, was able to get in and get you going and get you the nerd
I
out on Khan
know.
Academy. So
Sam, we got to
awesome,
chat
Sam.
sometime. We'll just have like a 3-hour
Yeah,
conversation
you
about
need to
how amazing
connect.
Khan
Yeah, you
Academy
guys
is.
need to connect for sure. So,
Absolutely.
so I don't forget, let's just talk real quick about next week.
Uh-huh.
So next week's topic is engaging the hard to reach student, which I know you also are a fan of.
Yes.
And it's being hosted by Michelle Hill, and that's her handle there. She's phenomenal. It's going to be a really great chat. I'm excited about it. I know you're excited about it. Like, we talk a lot. We talk with a lot. I mean, that's a lot of what we do is working with teachers on helping them to reach that hard to reach, those hard to reach students. So it's going to be really cool. So very, very cool, good stuff there.
I've always been very drawn to those students. I mean, maybe that's the Mama Tiff in me.
That's
right?
the Mama Tiffany. Yeah,
like,
I mean,
come on, we got this. let's figure this out together.
I'm hard to reach, so it makes sense. See, like, it just
There
works out really well. So Ray's really excited about that one too. I know Chad's excited about it. That's gonna be a great topic. Gonna be a lot of fun. So, hopefully you guys will all join us next week.
Absolutely.
Same time, 8:00 Eastern, on Twitter. You're gonna be not in Ohio. You're gonna be in Rhode Island, aren't you?
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy night.
Really?
Yeah. So
Thursday.
Ray and I, Ray's not going to be in Rhode Island yet. I'm flying to Rhode Island.
Yeah, you leave Thursday
for the Blended and Personalized Learning Conference, which is going to be so many chances for me to just freak out in excitement.
Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. So.
Yep.
Great. Both you and Ray are both presenting on Saturday morning there, correct?
Yes.
And you are presenting on?
I'm talking about making mastery learning manageable with tech. So, the grid method is this great structure for organizing learning and teaching. And then when you layer tech tools into it, it just makes it so much more manageable and so much easier to kind of make it all awesome.
Yeah. And then
I'm so excited to hang out with Ray, by the way.
And then we're all jealous of both of you. And then Ray gets to Ray is going to be talking about the Teach Further model, which, speaking of, I guess we can talk about that. That worked really well for me right there.
It did.
Further Online course launches full blast tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So right now, tonight is the last chance to save. I've got to go across the screen now. The price increases tomorrow. Save 51% right now. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose. And
you're gonna love it.
I think Ray talked about last night, and we've talked about it and stuff, how you can get it now for the cheaper price. If you don't want to take the course until summer or whatever, that's okay.
Right.
You have lifetime access. You can move through it at your own pace, one video at a time or all at once, however you want to do it. Take your time with it. But it's an awesome course where Ray she virtually holds your hand and walks you through developing a course, and you're literally watching her develop a Teach Further unit as you move through the course. And she's sharing examples and templates and walking you through the process and giving you time to do it and stuff like that. And it's, just a killer course. It's been great. We've had great feedback so far from it, because right now, if you get in, you immediately get access to modules 1 through 4, because we released 4 again today. But then tomorrow morning, we're flipping that switch. You get full access to everything, but the price is also going to go up. So right now is the time to get it. Teachbetter.com. I put the wrong address on there. I put teachbetter.com. It's actually teachbetteracademy.com is where you want to go with that one. Which I'll put that one up there. There you go.
Teachbetter.com will get you close.
I've got a whole bunch of stuff to put up on there so I can do it. But teachbetteracademy.com is the first one you'll see right there. There's also some free courses up there, including the Teach Further free course if you want to dip your toes in. The Grid Method free course. There's a Tech Tools free course where Tiffany walks you through getting started with 4 different tech tools, which is going to be additional ones, other ones coming. You've also got a course coming that I've started finishing those videos, and they're good. I'm telling you.
Are they good?
Yeah.
They're okay?
It's a good one coming. So we've got another course coming out in April.
Yeah.
That I'm going to hold my tongue and not say what it is just yet. We're going to leave people in suspense as we get closer to that, but it's going to be really good. I'm excited about that one too. So anyway, so good stuff.
So much awesomeness happening. Let's just take a moment and admire and recognize all of the awesomeness that is happening in our lives right now, right? So awesomeness, number one, I don't know what number one might be, but I'm just going to say this one first. And it's that we get to come off every Thursday night. We get to come off this amazing mastery chat, talk with you awesome people about how great teaching and learning is, right? So that's awesomeness that happens on a weekly basis. Awesome. And then we have all of these courses coming out. It's like just course after course after course. And we get to like help teachers actually do this teach better thing and figure out how they can teach better in 100 different ways. It's fabulous. We've got the Facebook group, which is just growing insanely with tons of like every week there's just conversations and grids shared and ideas and it's so awesome. We're talking standards-based grading. We're talking tech. We're talking it's just so cool. I am so excited to be able to be a part of this world with all of you guys who are watching. And you know, that guy right there too, Jeff, he's okay. And Ray and you're ish, right?
Ish.
But to be able, like, this is why I'm so excited every Thursday. Because every day, every week, I get to just be like, we're making teaching awesome. Watch out. It's insane.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, we were chatting before we went live. Like, I don't feel good at all, but I'm like jazzed up right now still. Like, I just want to like, let's go do more courses. So a lot of really cool stuff coming at you guys. And obviously we're going to continue to do all the content that we're constantly creating. Another blog went out today for, I don't even know what it was. It was a video, maybe. I forget which one it was. Awesome. You just did one that was for gamification resources, which is really cool. And a lot of other good stuff. We got more guest posts coming from some of our amazing guest posters like Molly Ness. She's got another one working and some other ones. So super excited. So go get the Teach Further course. Keep connecting with us. Join us again next week for Mastery Chat. And just keep being awesome and helping kids. Like, that's the whole purpose of all this. Like, that's it. Like, that's what it comes down to.
That's why we do what we do. That's why we
awesome
work
stuff.
Like 13-hour days, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we love it. We're obsessed.
Yes. So thank you guys for everything you do every day for your kids. And we will see you guys on Twitter or on Facebook or wherever else we happen to run into you, hopefully at a workshop or a conference or something. So you guys are all
live in Rhode Island. Come to the Blended and Personalized Learning Conference.
Next week.
Stop on by.
Yes. All right. We'll see you guys. Thanks. Wait. Hold on. Time out. Melanie jumped in. She like just sort of finishing it up, catching up on all the stuff she has to, like, all the replies and stuff. I know.
Yeah.
Melanie, you did an awesome job. If you haven't watched the rest of this video, we were talking about how amazing you were. Like, such a good chat, such a good topic. So we had to stop for a second and not go off just yet.
Right.
Deserve some serious praise there. So
absolutely.
Awesome job. You're amazing, Melanie. Thank you for your every morning is positivity when I wake up and I check my feed, and she's tagged me in a picture or a quote or a poem. She writes poems like crazy, and they're just like amazing. And so awesome job, Melanie. Really appreciate it.
Take 10 seconds and tell me what the Starfish Club is.
The Starfish? It's based off
of Melanie's thing, right?
Yeah. She's got hashtag Starfish Club. And Melanie, you can correct me if I don't do this right, but it's based off the story of a kid who was walking along the beach, and there were starfish that were all like beached and stuff. And she was throwing them all back. And someone said, well, why? What are you doing that? You're never going to get them all. And she responded with, but I'm going to get this one. I'm going to get some. So it's sort of like someone who comes and says, Tiff, you're never going to get all those students. And you say, well, I'm going to get this one, and then I'm going to get that one. I'm going to get this one. I'm going to get that one, this one, this, and so on and so forth. So, like, it's a really cool story. And she really embraces it and shares it. And it's like, it's really cool. So if you're not following Melanie, go follow her. That's really cool. It's always good stuff. So again, thanks for that. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for everything you do, and have an awesome night.